Tom Izzo, set to join us. Hi, Coach. How are you?
How you doing, Dan? You should be in a good mood with your Flyers doing so well.
Well, some of us.
Tell the truth.
I did not have them beating Syracuse.
See,
I had them beating Ohio State.
did you really?
Yes. I thought they were better than Ohio State. And I didn't know. I thought Syracuse might figure out what they were doing right during the regular season and apply it during the tournament. It just didn't happen. So, but they had their chance there against Dayton. But Dayton, it's a great story. I'm happy for them.
Good.
Did your family fill out a bracket?
Yeah, I think my son fills out 9 of them now, but he's not allowed to pick Duke anymore. So we have a little war about that. But this year he got a little smarter, and he picked us, and I don't know why he did that either. So he put pressure on me like the president.
Well, okay. Why did everybody fall in love with this Michigan State team?
Well, I mean, realistically, we are a society who's hot at the right time, and but I think one of the reasons is, we were pretty good early. In fact, real good. We were 18-1 at one time, and I think everybody has injuries, but we had an abundance of them, and I think people said if we could come back, we are one of the teams. Why they picked us as high as they did? Because I do like Florida, I like Virginia, and I like Arizona. I'm like you. I thought Syracuse was really good too, but I said early in the year we were one of the teams. I think we're still one of the teams. It's getting everything back now, and it's starting to come together, but not where it was either.
But if everybody loves you, but you're a 4 seed,
yeah.
I mean, is it just because all the injuries now you got healthy? Therefore, it's like Louisville. People love Louisville, but they're a 4 seed. I didn't understand the seeding process here. Kentucky is an 8 seed, even though they were the preseason number 1 team in the country. Explain the seeding to me.
Well, I think, I don't know about Louisville's. I don't know everything. I thought they'd be a little higher. I thought when we won the Big Ten tournament, we might be able to move up to a 3, but I wasn't. I mean, we lost some games, and do they take into account injuries? Yeah, but at the end of the day, you still got to win games, and so I wasn't upset with where we were seated. I kind of saw. I thought Louisville would be a little higher maybe, and the way Kentucky finished with no injuries, I think you could understand why they weren't. Hey, there's going to be 8 and 9 seeds that are very, very, very good anymore, and that's what people don't realize is there's so many good teams out there, so much parity that, like I said about Harvard, they're not a 12 seed.
Yeah.
But when you play in that league and there's no good RPI games, then that's part of the system, then you're going to get picked that way.
He's Tom Izzo, Michigan State head coach. You got Virginia coming up on Friday at Madison Square Garden. How did this rumor get started? Here it is every couple of years. It's an NBA team, whether it was the Cleveland Cavaliers a couple of years back. Now it's the Detroit Pistons. Have you or anybody in your small family there been contacted by the Pistons, Coach?
The great thing, Dan, is I don't even have an agent, and my wife has not been contacted. And I think it's some guy sitting behind a computer that is one of those my favorite human beings on the planet, which are the social media geeks that are sitting in a computer and just making up stories. And everybody says, well, their owner, he's a Michigan State guy. I've never met Tom Gores. I've never talked to Tom Gores. So, I think somebody, maybe it's Michigan fans, are putting that out.
Okay, so we can clear this up right now. You have no interest in coaching the Detroit Pistons.
I have no interest in coaching the Detroit Pistons right now, and I've been pretty honest with people that does that mean I'd never look at an NBA job? I mean, I don't think any of us should ever say never. I've seen my good buddy Nick Saban say never, and then he gets killed. Ask me a better question. Have you been contacted? Have you had any talks with anybody? Then I can give you the 100% no instead of making me or the Pistons look bad like a lot of people are doing right now in the media.
Yeah, but I just asked you if you or anybody in your small circle of friends.
And I said definitely not.
Yeah.
150% no.
Any other NBA team?
No. God, you just hate when there's no rumor, huh?
Well, no. I think
mood
Coach,
with your Flyers doing well. You should be fired up.
I'm trying to get the great coaches out of college to make it easier for the Dayton Flyers. Are you kidding? I want Izzo.
You know what?
Get him
That's
out of
a good
there.
answer.
All right.
Am I interviewing you or are you interviewing me? That's a good answer right there.
Go ahead. What do you want to ask me, Coach? I'll tell you anything you want to know.
How's your sex life? How you doing, man? You doing good? Everything going all right? I might as well get personal since everybody does with me.
I'm a 1 seed. I heard you're a play-in game.
Oh, that was good, Dan. That was good. You made me laugh today. I don't get to laugh many times when you're in the NCAA tournament, so you made me laugh. I appreciate that. But no,
when's the last time you yelled at one of your players and you actually felt bad about it?
Oh, never. You know, I mean,
come on.
Usually, well, God, I mean, I don't yell at players like everybody thinks unless they do something wrong, and then I got to bring it to their attention. And if they do it wrong 2 or 3 times, just like my own kids, you know, I mean, I think that's part of teaching and coaching.
But explain this to me though, because I've learned that if you yell at your kids, my children, it doesn't work. If you talk to them, then you can actually come to some kind of resolution to make them better so they don't make the mistake. If you're yelling at me as a player, at what point do I just say,
You don't know how many times I'm not yelling at people. You know, everybody there's a couple of things that people think. Number one, 10 years ago, that was probably more true because that was more what you did then. Number two, it's like physical play. You know, everybody says Michigan State's so physical. We're powder puff now. I mean, we used to be physical when you're allowed to. Now if you breathe on a guy, it's a foul. So, you know, if you looked at film, Virginia's a lot tougher than. Sometimes your reputation precedes you, and believe it or not, if I was yelling at players all the time, they'd never come back. And boy, thank God here they're coming back. Our players never leave for good. That's the great part about it.
Full disclosure, I have you losing to Michigan in the title game.
God, you know what? I'm cool with that because that gets me to the title game. Then I'll worry about how to beat my rival then. But if you got us that far, I love you for it.
Okay, but if I say I can get you in the title game, but you're going to lose to Michigan, would you rather not get to the title game than to get there and lose to Michigan?
No, I'd rather get to the title game because I think then I don't have to rely on you. I'll figure out my own way to win.
If you go to Ann Arbor, could you walk the streets in Ann Arbor, Michigan?
Yeah, you know, actually, they're pretty good. You know, they got a few good chants. You know, Angry Midget's one of my favorite ones, and I kind of like that. But
wait, they call you Angry Midget?
Yeah, when I go down there, it's pretty good, huh? But I think for the most part, I have great respect for people, and I think for the most part, they have good respect for me.
Wait, is it
that last one, huh?
Is it Angry
I'm still
Midget?
laughing at you being a 1 seed because I know it's not true.
Angry Midget. Angry Midget. Is that how they do it?
Yeah, you got it down, man. You must have been there this year.
Hey, well, good luck at the Garden on Friday night, and good luck with the Pistons.
Well, let's talk next week if we get to move on, because that would be great. And if we don't, let's talk anyway, because then it would be more fun.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Dan. Take care, buddy.
Tom Izzo, Michigan State head coach.